The topic is drug prevention, grants, and business. And I think that Ms. Greenlee and Ms. Fletcher have given us some information in reference to the drug prevention and the connection in a real sense between drug prevention, grants, and business. And so let's pick up, let's have you, Ms. Fletcher, to make some statements in reference to what she has to say, and then we'll come back to Ms. Greenlee.
Well, to just piggyback off of what she said, anytime that you are trying to do something good, you're going to always have opposition, and we know that. But what can be disheartening is when you make an effort to do things in the community, to give our youth something positive to look to, something positive to do, and when you receive opposition even from, in my case, I had an experience where I wanted to do an event for young people, and it included the age group that we've seen a lot of violence in lately, and I got so much opposition from a law enforcement contact that I had spoken with, and even to the point of speaking to me in terms of being rude and asking me why would I want to take the time to do an event with the age group that I was focused on, because I wasn't going to make any money, and wanted to, and because a lot of the events that I do involve celebrity people, whether it be athletes, entertainers, I already know that security is going to be my first priority anyway. But even though I said, you know, I understand what your point is, but we really want to do this, we really want it, we think it'll look good too, it'll be good for the Nashville community as well, and our kids, because so many community centers have closed and things of that nature at the time. And he said to me that basically they wouldn't support it and on the campus, and that he would make sure I was charged double to secure it, so that it would actually discourage me from doing it, because let me make sure you don't make money, because if you have to double the security because we don't want to be bothered, then would you really do the event? And that blew me away, because to me, you would want me to do more, to do positive, to produce, exactly.
So violence and killing and whatever.
So to have that firsthand, you know, it was a shock. It was like, you know, wow, you really don't want me to do this? Understanding that safety is key, and that wasn't my issue. And I actually told him I agree with him that we want to do things that would secure. So let me do the things, okay, so we won't do a 3-on-3 inside. Let's bring it inside the gym so we can help secure. So I'm trying to give solutions to make sure that it's a better or more secured event, but every turn, it was something that would tell me, we're just not going to do this. We're not going to help you do anything positive.
And so you would agree that you don't find that much cooperation with many people when you get out and you say that we're having problems with gun violence and murder and all of these things, that you really don't find the kind of support that you need, nor do you find the financial resources that are necessary. Is that what we're saying here?
That's exactly what we're saying. You know, what we said earlier, you know, crime is a business. And so you stepping on other people's toes, just knocking they devil's money. That's what I was told, that what happened to me with the feds coming in with me. They said, Miss Clemmy, you stepped on some toes in the corporate business, and you started taking away some devil's money. And I was like, wait a minute, I don't understand the devil's money. So then I had to realize the devil's money is when you bust me or pull me over for tinted windows. That's your probable cause. But I just so happen to have $3,000 in my pocket because I just sold my drugs. I got 1,000 pills in my pocket because I'm on the way to drop off something, and I got a gun back here. So this is my survival kit of who I am. But when you get to court, well, then the court showed that I had $200, 25 pills, and no gun. Well, wait a minute. I know what I had, know where the cut go. You know, it didn't go to my family. It didn't go to my bank account. It didn't even go to my community. But don't nobody want to touch base on that. So every time I say, when are we going to touch base on the real truth? That we got a hard, long fight with the government, true enough. And I won't waste half of my time, because it'll be in another lifetime, to even fight with the government. But I'm not scared to speak against the government and the stuff I see. because they fail to realize I was in the street for 20-some odd years, so I saw the system being broken and being dirty. And this is why I wanted to come in with the drug prevention, which is the X pills, the grants, which is I'm saying local people do not get grants that easy without always have to have a corporate business over it so it can oversee what you're doing. If they see I'm doing too much with that money, they're going to tell me now, Clem, you cannot buy no more ink pens with that money. Well, the ink pens came for me to teach that little girl how to read. Now I can't even buy ink pens. So that's why a lot of times we didn't even get that grant money. It's because they're going to tell me what I can do and who I can serve. The business part is crime is a business, so they're going to try to stop me as much as they can, but I'm coming back with them with another business of the aspect of the organization. That's why I was bringing Ms. Fletcher in to talk about her nonprofit organization, to let them know that we're back in business. I'm still standing, and I'm going to continue to stand, and I'm going back out there in the streets. I never stopped, really. But I just wanted to make sure that the community understand without their support, I need the community support. I don't need the mayor's support. I don't need elected official support. I don't really need the police department support. I really don't. I need the community support because we're the one losing, not them.
And you find that to be a real problem with the sisters organization that you're involved with, Ms. Fletcher?
Well, it's not so much that it's from a nonprofit perspective, the economy has impacted many of us that are in the nonprofit perspective in a great way. So the realization as a nonprofit, it's a business. So the realization is we understand you have to diversify where your funding is coming from. Can you sustain yourself only on a grant today? No, because you got to be able to have a mixture, whether it's grant funding, public funding at the same time, individual contributors and things of that nature. But we realize that no matter where you serve, whether you're for-profit or nonprofit, you need the community involvement to help back what you're doing, for the volunteerism, for the staffing. At the same time, we can produce a lot of resources for our kids, but we understand there's just 3 people sitting here. You know, can all 3 of us touch every young person that we desire to? No, but collectively, as more and more organizations team together and pool your resources, can you? Yes, so that's really what we want to do, is pool our resources and work together.
Okay, well, we've got about 2.5 minutes. What do you see as the ultimate solution? I mean, certainly you need community support, but you also need resources. How do you meet that? I mean, what do you do in order to, if you're going to continue to help the young people that you're trying to help, what do you do?
Well, I mean, the only thing you can continue to do is just plead to the community. I mean, you know, the community is just the answer. There's no going over nothing big, nothing fancy. It is the community. Once the community, because the community in them households themselves, they are the resources. They just don't know it yet because they're not being told that they are.
That's what I'm wondering. You know, the community is such a large thing in a real sense, but you got to be able to touch it, and you got to. What do you do? Do you try to deal with the churches, or do you try to deal with?
I think you do. I think there's not a perfect answer, but I think it's a combination. I do think that it's churches because so many of us are guided by our spirits. Do I think that there is a corporate or business involvement in it? Yes, because economics in so many ways are the key. Do I think that it's from a political standpoint? Did you need that type of support? Yes, because that's the way of the world. It's just having more people stand or take a stand with whether it be individuals in the community, other organizations, with our kids, and doing something that truly at the end of the day, it's impactful. We can raise a lot of money for cancer research, but at the same time, if you don't get the resources that you need to fight or to actually put back into the medical science of cancer, what are we doing? So it's kind of that same way. You're going to need financial resources in order to be able to put back into the community to develop what we need to.
Well, we've got about 57 seconds. Ms. Greenlee, some final statements.
My final statement is community. Please contact me. I am still standing. GalaxyStarPeacemakers.org. Contact me.
And you're still doing what you
And I'm still
tried to
doing
do
what I was
before?
trying to do before the devil come knocked on my door, and I told him dial 1-800-Jesus. Get out of my way.
And so your organization is standing with this organization, and you're all trying to work together in order to make the community conscious.
We're standing as people, because it's important to stand together as people
And to make the community
a positive
conscious
impact.
of what is going on,
Exactly.
and that it can really make a difference in what they do.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Exactly.
And of course, let me encourage our audience to tune in again next week to another informative edition of Comments. Thank you and good morning.